Hello there. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms. This tutorial video is about SAP SuccessFactors. SAP SuccessFactors is a cloud-based human capital management (HCM) software solution that covers a wide range of human resources functions, including talent management, core HR, and employee engagement. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and check out other videos related to the latest technologies on our Upptalk channel. This video will be covered by Mr. Vimal, who is a certified trainer in SAP SuccessFactors. Let's get started.
And now comes the steps of implementation. Okay, so there are 14 steps of 14 steps which are involved into the implementation. Let's go to the overview about the 14 steps of the implementation. Okay, so the first step is to activate the employee center from the provision. So whichever module you are going and implementing, the first and foremost step is to activate that particular module from the provision. If you remember, in the introduction to mastery, I have shown you the screenshot. With the help of the screenshot, you had seen that how you can able to go and enable that particular module. You can see all the modules and there is a checkbox is there. So you have to select the checkbox and you have to update it. So that module will be enabled and you can able to go and check in the front end. Okay, so that is the first step. Second step is to create the user. Okay, so for creating the user, we have this UDF, super admin, okay, add new employee. Okay, so the first one is the UDF, user data file. This we have seen, I think I shown you na in the introduction to mastery. Okay, uploading the UDF file. Super admin I just shown you in the screenshot, I think, where you can able to go and create the username, password and everything. Okay, add new employee, had I shown you? Add new employee, I think I have not shown you. Okay, so we will see. Today, if the time permits, I will show you the add new employee also. And these are the three methods which we will be going and creating with the help for creating a user. That is UDF, either to the provision, that is the optional, and the add new. Okay. Now, after doing this, the third step is to go for the data model. So data model, we have a sequence of data model. So the first sequence is corporate data model, enabling the data model. Okay. So here, what you are doing, enabling the data model, and that too in a sequence way. Okay. So how you will enable the data model? So here in the data model, that is the first corporate data model, that is for foundation objects. Then you have a succession data model, that is for HR related data. Then you have a country specific corporate data model. So how you are enabling this? First of all, you have to download it from the provision. Okay. Once you download it, it will be in an XML format, and you have to do certain modification, whatever the changes which is required as per the customer, save it in the system, and then you have to import back into the system from the provision. When you are importing back, then only it will be get enabled. Okay, so this is the fifth step, that is countries, that is corporate data model, succession, country specific corporate data model, country specific succession data model. Okay, these four data models we need to enable it. Once it is been enabled, then comes to the foundation of it. Okay, once corporate data is enabled, then you can able to go and see in the foundation object in the front end. Okay, you have to create a certain foundation object. Yesterday, last class, we have seen creating foundation objects, locations and everything. Same way, how we will know during the implementation? Customer will give all the data. How many locations you want to create, how many department you want to, all these things they will give you. But front end, when you want to create, that is the reason we have to enable it. Without enabling this, you cannot able to go into the front end. When you go into the front end, if you are not enabling these 4 data models, it will be showing as blank. Okay. So first of all, that is the reason you are going in a sequence way. Then you go and create the foundation object. Okay. Then you have a HRIS propagation data model. This we are not using right now. Okay. So then we have event reason. So event reason we will discuss in the coming class, but just want to say you an overview. What is an event reason? Whenever you are performing some changes in the data, exactly what is happening, an action is being performed. Okay. So you are recruiting somebody. So what you are doing actually, you are hiring somebody, right? So hiring is an action. Suppose somebody is leaving the job. So in the system, you have to do the termination, right? Otherwise, he will get the salary, na? He will get the attendance, right? So whenever a person is going out from the company, you have to do the termination process, right? So when you're terminating a person, means you are making the change in the data of the employee profile, right? So when you are making some changes, what exactly it is happening? An action is being performed. Okay. So hiring is one action, termination is one action, and whenever a person is getting promoted, so promotion is one action, transferring from one location to another location is another action. So all these things are coming under the, in success factor we call as an event. Okay. Whenever the changes happen, whenever the action is performed, that action is called as an event, and every event will be having some event reason. Okay. So that event reason derivation also we need to do it. Okay. That is another step. Then we have a workflow derivation. Okay. What is the workflow? Workflow is also a tool in SuccessFactor where what exactly we are doing? We are we are creating a process. We are creating a process of approval. So whenever you are making some changes, how your manager or how the senior management will know that these changes has happened in the system. Okay. So it should not save immediately. It should go for the approval process. Okay. So whenever you make some changes, suppose if I am changing a location, system should not save immediately. System should give a notification to your manager indicating that there is a change is happening. Please request for your approval. So that configuration is we are doing with the help of the workflow tool. Okay, we will also learn that also. These are certain topics which are covering under success factor employee center. Okay, so this is the 10th step for the implementation. Then we have a RBP setup. Okay, okay. So then we have a RBP setup. So So we have a RBP setup. So in the RBP setup, we have to do the configuration where we have to specify the configuration with the help of two groups and the roles. Okay. Okay. So here we need to set up all these things with the help of RBP part. Okay. So once it is been done, that is role based permission. Then the 11th step is completed. Then you have to. These are the things which we need to do before importing the employee data. Okay. So these are the steps which we are doing to setting up the system. Okay. After this, in the 12th step, we need to go and import the employee data. So going and importing the employee data, we have with the help of uh, these files which we need to go and import it. How we will do it, that also we will see in the coming class. There are 6 files. Okay. Basic import, biographic information, employment details, job information, personal information, compensation. These are the 6 files which we need to import it. Okay, for the employee data. Then we have the 13th step, that is HRIS sync. And HRIS sync is something like a you are running a job. Okay. See, in success factor, whenever you are performing something, okay, there should be some mapping. There should be some there should be some synchronization. Okay, two things are there. I just want to share that information to you. Just give me a moment. So there are two things here. One is uh, employee central, okay, and one is employee profile. Okay, so when you are creating a data, okay, all this data which you are creating right now, hiring and everything, that is getting stored in the employee central. Okay, employee central is the module, is the system, SuccessFactors system. So that is stored in the employee central. From the employee central, that data has to come to employee profile. Okay, so there should be some mapping between the employee central and the employee profile. And how that mapping we can do with the help of the synchronization. So there is a tool in the backend. Backend means in the provision, there is a tool called HRIS sync. Okay, what this HRIS sync will do, every day this HRIS sync is a job. Okay, it's a job. Okay, job means what? You are performing something. Okay, so what here the action which has to be carried for HRIS sync? HRIS sync role is to do the synchronization between employee central and the employee profile. Okay, so for example, whatever the changes which you have made from 1st April onwards, and that changes has to be get updated in the employee profile. Okay, so it has to get updated. So how it will be connected to each other with the help of the HRIS sync. Okay, this is a job, and this job will be running on a daily basis. Okay, on a daily basis. So on when it is running on a daily basis, it is called as a recurring. It is called as a recurring job. Okay, called as a recurring job. So they will schedule this job on a daily basis. So by default, what will happen? Yesterday you made some changes in the system. Okay, and day before yesterday also you made some changes. So every day when this job is running, that changes which whatever you are making, that is you are making in the employee center, but that has to be synced in with the help of employee profile to employee profile. How it will go and sync? With the help of HRA sync. Every day this job will run. So whatever 24 hours back, whatever the changes which has happened, that will automatically get updated in the employee profile with the help of this tool. Okay, so that is the use of HRIS sync. Okay, so that also we need to enable it. Okay, from the provisioning, and we have a time off. Time off is a basic information where holiday calendar, work schedule, time type, all these time account type, all these things basic you have to do the configuration. So these are the 14 steps which are involved for 14 steps which is involved for the implementation process for the employee set. Okay, this is purely a real-time information which I am just sharing to you. So whenever you enter into organization, nobody will tell all your they will expect that you know all these things, and they will consider you in that way only. So that is the thing. It is very important that you should know all these things, because now as I told you earlier, some 7 data models were there. Now we are only using 4 data models. Why we
Yes.
are using 4 data models? Because the 3 data models have got outdated. Why it is got outdated means every time you are doing it from the backend system. Now, as per the every 6 months, SAP is coming with the new releases. So every new releases, they are making some changes, and they are whatever the features are there in the backend, slowly those features are coming in the front end only. So now there is no need to go into the backend system. So because of that, the 3 data models has got outdated. We are not using it because that is because Without using that, we can use other functionalities in the front end system, and we can do the configuration and we can execute it. That is the reason the remaining 3 data models are not using. So similarly, 14 steps are there, but slowly, maybe in the coming years, they may also try to reduce these steps, okay, to make it, because the purpose is to make the customer as well as the consultant more user friendly, okay,
Yes,
application.
sir.
Then I'm just coming down. So here we have discussed about the metadata framework, MDFFO. Okay. So in the MDFFO, we have a legal entity, division, department, business unit, all these things we are already having. We already discussed about this thing. And here also, I just given a comparison. If you want to define an MDF object, any of these MDF object, you don't have to go to the data model. You can go to the configure object definition. We will discuss this in detail about the configure object definition, and maintaining the record we have seen with the help of manage data and import and export data. Okay, that is one thing. So record maintaining we are using for import foundation data. For MDF foundation we are using import and export data. Okay, so now going into the further into the MDF object, we have a job classification, that is an MDF object. So in the job classification also we can able to go and do the configuration for the parent job classification. What is a parent job classification? We will see. Okay. And the quick card. What is a quick card? It provides an actionable search. The quick card provides the detail about the person as well as the action. So how we can see the quick card? Go back into the system here. So if I'm just searching for something, uh, so see, I'm just keeping my cursor here. What is happening? This block is coming, right? This block is called as a cue card. Okay. So what this block specifies? It specifies the information about the employee. Okay. The summary of the basic information of the employee. Okay. The direct report is team size, org chart. Okay. The location wise, contact details, all these things will be specified. Okay. When you are going here. So same thing it is specifying here, that is quick. It provides an actionable search. Quick provides the detail about the person as well as the action. Okay. Then we have a employee central feature setting. What is the employee central feature setting? There are certain features which we need to enable from the employee central feature setting. So let's go and see here. I'm not sure they have enabled this or not. Let me see. Manage employee central setting. Okay. I change the name. So in the employee central, this is called as a, here it is showing as a manage employee central setting. So this is employee central feature setting. Okay. So here you can see the time and attendance. So these are the functionalities which we need to enable from here. Time and attendance, that is one thing. And then you have a person and employment. So in the person and employment worker type, you have global assignment, concurrent employment. So again, if I go back and duplicate the screen to show you further, so if I just want to show you, um, so here I just take it. Okay, let me just open an employee. Okay, when I'm just going here into the action, clicking on action, you can see here add concurrent employment, add global assignment. Okay, you can see these functionalities. How these functionalities are coming here, because we are enabling that part here. Okay, if we disable this part from here, that will not be coming in the drop down list. Okay, so for that we need to enable here. Similarly, the time off also, the time and attendance management we need to enable here. Manage employee central setting. Again, if you scroll down, you have a lot of other things. Position management is there, company structure overview is there. All these details, we need to enable it from the this one, manage employee central setting. Sometimes when you are into the customer system, you cannot able to find, this one. Okay, so you cannot able to find the concurrent employment or global assignment. Okay, so what you need to do, immediately you go and check it is enabled or not. Okay, there are two ways. Once you have to do the enabling from the provisioning, and again you have to come here and you have to do the enabling from the front end system. So from where you have to do the enabling from the front end system? From the manage employee central setting. Okay, importantly, time and attendance management and global assignments and the concurrent employment. These are important parts which we need to do the enabling from the front end. Okay, that is one thing. Activating an employee. So same thing I have just also mentioned. Contingent workers and everything. Manage employee central setting. Position management. So all these things which we need to enable it from the manage employee central setting. Okay. Now, before going into the RBP setup, let's go and complete that add new employee functionality. Okay, so that part also will be getting completed. Okay, so I'm going into here. I have shown you creating the user, that is one method, that is UDF. Second method I have shown you from the provisioning. This is the third method. Okay, before going and creating the third method, before going into the creating the user for add new employee, we need to create certain things. Okay, so I'm just going and creating manage data. Okay, because we should have some information, that is position, job classification. Okay, all these things we should have. So we have a legal entity. It's better I will write somewhere so that we'll have a more clarity on it. So there it is, creating the user, somewhere I have mentioned. Creating the user. So in the admin, before going here, you have to specify, you have to create position, job classification. You need to create a legal entity. You need to create a business unit. BU means business unit. Division, department. Okay, location. All these things are the basic information which we need to go and create. Okay, and after that only we will go and create the, we will go with the add new employee. Okay, so let me go here, and I think we have already legal entity business unit which we have already created earlier. So I need to create some position. So before going and creating a position, always remember you should have a job classification. Without job classification, you cannot able to go and create a position. Okay, so here let me select this. And okay, and here Let's take the job code. Take the job code as let me take here. Okay, it's for I'm taking for SCL. Okay, what are the remaining things? Let me go and see. Status. Parent job classification means where to whom it will be reporting. Okay, so so let me see. It's not mandatory, but I will show you later. Standard weekly hours. Let's I'm taking 45. Regular I'm taking as regular. Employee class I'm taking as active. Is it full-time employee? Yes. And remaining I'm not taking anything. And I will try to save. So you can see job code is being created. Now what I will do, I will duplicate this screen. Okay, and I have to create the position. So creating the position, just remember this job title, HR officer HCL. Okay, so again I will go and create. Now I will go and create the position. Okay, so going and creating the position. Okay, so here I'm just typing it, and I have to select the job code. So what was the job code? HR underscore officer. Let me check. You can see the same job code it is coming. So when I am just selecting this job code, what will happen? Lot of fields will be auto populated. That is called as a propagation. Okay, lot of fields. So I'm just typing here. Okay, and I'm just scrolling down. So I'm taking FT. FT stands for full-time employment. Okay, that also we should know. What is the meaning of FTE? FTE stands for full time employment. So what is the number of position for the full? I'm selecting one position. Okay, is this position critical or not critical? That we need to select here. Okay, although it is not a mandatory field. Then you scroll down. Again, you want to map this particular position will be reporting to which position. That position is called as a parent position. Okay, so HR officer is reporting to which position. So that if you want to specify here, you can able to specify. Otherwise, you can leave it. To be hired, yes, it should be hired. And you can see these fields, employee class, regular, all these things are getting populated from the job classification. That is called as a propagation. Okay. Now come down here into the company and you have to specify the company name. Let's take the company and business unit. Let's see. So here let's take this one. Okay, and here I'm not sure any department is there or not, but let me take some. Let me take that. I'm not sure it is mapped or not. I will also duplicate the skin because I should also know the legal entity. So here I think the business unit and business unit SCL which I am selecting. Let me search. It is not mapped, so let me go and map it. So here I'm just selecting SCL. So it is mapping here. I'm saving. That is done. And let me go and see the division. So here also I have selected SCL. So division. Function. Here also you can see division is not mapped. Let me map the division here. Otherwise it will give us an error. So the mapping which I'm just saving it. Okay, now it has been done. Now you have a department. Department department underscore HR. And then we have not done any mapping here. So let me map here. So SCL. Once it is been done, now we will go back here and select SCL here. Now you can see it is coming. How it is coming? Because earlier there was mapping was not there. Now we have done the map. Okay, got it. Now after this we have to save it. I'm not selecting any location. We will see if it is still showing some error or there is some there is some workflow. Okay, somebody would have participated and they have not changed. So somebody would have participated. Just a minute. Again, I have to go here back and go to configure because I have to inactive that workflow. Otherwise, that will go to the manager and I have to approve it. Then only we can able to go. So that is related to the position. Okay. So go and search here for the position. Let me go to the make correction. I need to see somebody has changed the name here. That is the should not change the whenever you're doing some trials, you should not you can see workflow. Okay, somebody is mentioned some workflow here. Remove that workflow and I'm just saving. Go and save it. Okay, now just go back and again click on save. Now you can see I removed it, so it got saved. Okay, so in this way we have created the job classification and after that we have created the position. Now we will go and create the user. Add new employee. Add new employee. Okay. So once you click on the add new employee, okay, I'm selecting this company. You can see here when you click on add new employee, you have four sections: identity, personal information, job information, compensation. These are the four sections which we need to fill. Okay, only the mandatory. Company I selected, event reason. Event reason is nothing but the action. So what action we are doing? We are doing a hire. So let's go and search for hire. So here we can able to go and see and we are selecting. Event reason is what? Event reason is nothing but the this one. What you call? Event reason is nothing but the foundation object. That is the event gauge. Okay. So here I'm just mentioning a name. So let's take let's take a name. So the and let's take some dummy date of birth. Okay. Just some dummy date of birth. And country of birth, India. Okay, person ID, it is asking for the person ID. So yeah, something we can able to mention. Username, person ID is nothing but the employee ID. So employee ID SCL 121. Okay, and here CDH 122. Okay, just mentioning here and just clicking on continue. Let's see if any error it is showing or not. Okay, now you have moved into the second personal information. So you need to select the gender. Gender, I'm selecting marital status. Okay, marital status, you can able to select a single. Okay, date of birth, you can able to, again, it is showing the date of birth. So here you can mention the date of birth. Nationality, India. Okay, and father name it is asking. Father name, I'm just mentioning, and it is not required here. We can able to leave this and scroll down. Email information, you can able to go and leave it right now. Phone number it is required, so let's take the phone number. Business area code, let's take 91. Something I'm just taking randomly. Okay, and address, I'm just filling the address here. Home, what are the mandatory things? So I'm just filling, clicking on continue. Let's see. Primary is required. Where it is? Yes. Always remember, it should be either you have to keep it yes or you have to keep it no. Click on continue. Once you click on continue, you can see above these are the steps which we have completed. Okay, identity, okay, personal information, all this data which we have filled. Now comes the job information section. Okay, so the position we have selected, we have already created some position here. Where is that position? This is the position, right? This is the position code. Okay, this is the position title. So let's go and see here if any position is coming or not. You can see the same position is coming. Okay, so you select this position and then you can see automatically data is getting fetched. Okay, location is not coming, right? Why location is not coming? Because I think we have not added the location, right? So let's go and add the location again. Again, just scroll down, and here we have not added the location, right? So let's foundation. So let's take the location. I'm just saving it. Now I will again try to select this and let me see if the location is getting populated or not. Now you can see location is getting populated. Okay, so these are the things which are coming from the position. Now scroll down, just see any fields or any mandatory fields are missing or not. Okay, just scroll down and see. Okay, hire date. So hire date we are taking is on today. Okay, we're taking is on today, selecting the hire date and just job relation. So we are not having any reporting person. So if we want to add, otherwise we can leave it or click on continue. The following fields are the invalid division location. You can see invalid division location. Why it is showing invalid division location? Let's go and see. Okay, it is showing because that mapping is not been done proper. So division and location as invalid. Okay, so let's go into the division here. So here, what was the division which we have taken here? SCL operation. Let's go ahead. So let's go and take here SCL underscore ON. See here, you can see business unit is missing, right? That is the reason. So what was the business unit which we have taken? SCL South OPS. So let's take so here SCL, this one. Okay, so I'm just selecting. I'm just saving it here. Now there is a mapping, it seems. Okay, so let's go and try it again. Click on continue. Invalid location. Okay, location is invalid. Why the location is invalid? Why the location is invalid? So here, let's take some other location and let's try to save it. Okay, now it moved into the next screen, that is compensation information. Okay, now in the compensation information, I'm just taking the pay group. So here it is N6, Indian monthly salary. Okay, and just I'm scrolling down, show more fields. Let me check if any other fields are there or not. Mandatory fields, nothing is there. Now I can able to submit it. Let me submit. It will show a pop-up. Okay, so let's see. Now you can see the Sudhakar Rao has been created. Okay, now if you want to go and see the profile, you can able to go and see the profile. So here you can see all the details which we have already filled up for the personal information. Okay, address detail, everything. Address we have not filled up actually. So we need to fill all these details. Employment information. Employment details, you can see hire date, all these things will be there. And organization information, you can see here SCL, business unit, division, department, location, time zone, everything we have updated. But I think we have not updated the vertical. If you go into job information, we are not updated the supervisor. So let me update the supervisor also. Okay, how we will go and update it? Go to the action, change job info, and to whom it will be reporting. So I'm just specifying it today, and so I'm just scrolling down supervisor, right? So let me, I'm taking a supervisor here. I believe the workflow should not be there. Workflow is there. My workflow. So let me just give me a moment. So I will go back here. The manage business configuration. I will tell you how we are doing all this configuration, but I'm just making it inactive. Somebody has made active there, I think. So just so here I just created it. I'm just creating it. I'm keeping it no. Okay, and I'm just saving it. Okay, so once it is saved, again I will go and change the supervisor. Let it get saved. It is getting saved. So let me get saved. Now it is get saved. Let me refresh it. Okay, again I will go back to action. I will go to the changes, select the job information, select today's date, okay, I'm scrolling down, supervisor, I'm just selecting the name, and I'm just clicking on save. Not sure if any other workflow or another workflow is there. Oh, so I cannot do for now. Data change. Okay, so in this way we can able to add here, because I am not sure. Again, some other workflow is there. I need to inactive that workflow also. Just a minute. Job change. Okay, anyway, so because some other workflow will be there, because of that it is getting triggered here, which we are seeing. So in this way you have to add the supervisor also. Once the supervisor is been added, you have to click on save. So here there is a workflow, so nothing is there, but if I just go and complete it, I have to go and proxy to these users. So otherwise I will go and proxy test. Okay, tests are work. Let me go and see. I just confirmed it. I will proxy to this, and I will open this. Let me approve it by proxying it. So you can see here some approval request will be there. Click on the approval request. You can see data change for Sudhakar Rao. Okay, data change for Sudhakar Rao. Wait, approval. It is not showing. Yeah, approve. Okay. Now another was one more was there. So let me proxy that also. I think Christine, yeah? Christine. Christine Dollar. What was the name? This one was there. Let me proxy this. These are the two approvers. So after that, we can go and see that it didn't get updated or. So this is our last task. Let me go and see. It is not showing here. It is not showing here. So let me go back here. Let me go back to self. And let me open Sudhakar's profile and see. Maybe with one approval, it has already updated. Sudhakar. So now you can see the reporting manager has already came here. Earlier it was not there. So with one approval, it has already got updated. Okay. So here when we go here into the job information, you can see earlier supervisor was not there. Now it is got updated. So if you want to see the history also, you can able to go and see the history. So today we have done the hiring. Okay, that is one thing. And after that, we have done some data change. That is the supervisor. So this, in this way, these multiple records will be created here in the portlet. Okay, that we'll also see in the coming class. What is the meaning of a pencil icon and what is the meaning of a clock icon? Okay, so this is about how we can able to hire an employee with the help of add new employee using certain corporate data structures like legal entity, business unit, division, department, location, and then you have a job classification, position. With the help of all this information, you can create a user.